Hello, fellow Castle Clashers. This is JudiciousFire. I'm on the iOS server. I'm putting up my third YouTube video. This video is going to be looking at the Hero Compendium. That's our Hero Encyclopedia. I'm going to be making my way through the Hero Compendium over a series of videos. I'm going to start with the first heroes released in the game. I'm going to make my way up to the most recent heroes last. Basically going to take a tour through the anthology of Castle Clash. And hopefully, by the end of this video, show you that some of the old school heroes, some of the shard heroes, some of the heroes from 2013, 2014, the heroes of yesteryear, some of the heroes we've benched, they're taking nothing but dust. Those heroes can be revitalized, can be brought back to life, be given a new lease in the game, if you're willing to take the time to outfit them and upgrade them properly. First thing we're going to do, let's take a look at the Guild Hub. Today is January 4th. It is a non-event day in Castle Clash. Nothing to report because nothing's happening. Today is a good day to do studies such as this. We are going to look first at our compendium. This can be a player's best buddy. It's a remarkable source of information. If you are free to play, then you've really got to make some smart, wise decisions about where you're going to put your resources. Hero Compendium will show you exactly what a hero does before you've even opened that hero up. It'll show you what a hero does at maximum Destiny level 12 in terms of skill. It'll show you the changes that happen to a hero as he, she, or it grows stronger. Hero Compendium is a wonderful source of information in this game. It is accessed by pressing the blue tab at the bottom. You will see 5 menu items pop up. We're going to the one on the left, the pink and yellow book. We pop right away into the Hero Compendium. Now, heroes in the Hero Compendium are in reverse chronological order. The most recent shows up first, and as you move further and further back, you get to the older heroes. I've been examining a lot of these older heroes the last couple of days in preparation for discussing them. So this is why my Hero Compendium popped up to them. I am not going to be doing any talk on the blue or green heroes, the ordinary or elites. They're for garrisoning towers. They give your towers the ability to have extra health, to do more damage, maybe to provide some sort of stun ability, but beyond the garrison capacity, they really don't serve a purpose. If you put them out in the battlefield, they'll get vaporized. We're going to start with Paladin. We're going to go into Ninja, Succubus, Champion, Druid, and Thunder God. Those 6 are going to be my team today in varying game modes. We're going to also include Spirit Mage. Now, we're going to include Spirit Mage as a bonus character. Spirit Mage is a reward character, a reward hero. If you spent somewhere around $150 US in the game, you get a Spirit Mage. Now, not everybody has access to a Spirit Mage, so I'm going to keep him as a one-man team. Take him out of the 6-person equation. We can talk about him as well, but we're not going to add him to our current team. In the Hero Compendium, we click any specific hero. We'll start with Paladin. We're going to go in detail with Paladin, and then we can go shorter with the others. Paladin, you see right away a lot of information about the guy. I'm going to start with right next to his name. Right next to his name is a little icon. That icon is green. That is representative of his Warden faction. It's the color that activates the Warden. We have a Warden system. We used to have artifacts. Artifacts, I thought, were much more responsive to whatever kind of situation you're in. If you need your Pumpkin Duke to go faster and not get stunned in one specific situation, you could go with that artifact. You could have a different artifact on him 10 minutes later. We have wardens now, and those wardens are inseparable from our heroes. We can't ever take them off. So as we use these heroes in varying game modes, please note that the wardens will also be helping out. That's not a cheat, that's called the reality of Castle Clash now. Every hero's got a warden connected to he or she. In order to create that warden team, you gotta have a majority color. There's 6 heroes, you gotta have at least 3 be of one color. You got a green warden, you got a red warden, you got a white warden. Easy way to remember this is green warden's your healing warden. You want your team to heal, anybody who's green, put as many greens out there as possible. White warden is going to be your defensive warden. You want to take less damage, put a white team together. Red warden is going to be your increased attack warden. You want to hit harder, go faster, use a red warden. Looking at Paladin's numbers at the top now, you see a sword with his damage, 2793. Every time he hits, he's doing 2793 damage. Red heart represents his health. He's got nearly 50,000 health. Guy can take nearly 50,000 damage before he finally dies. You've got a swinging sword. Swinging sword has a 1500 next to it. Now, Castle Clash, IGG, they calculate attack speed, that's the swinging sword, in a fairly strange manner. The lower the number next to the swinging sword, the faster the hero attacks. The higher the number next to the swinging sword, the slower the hero attacks. I'm going to give you an example. This is not mathematically accurate, it is just meant to illustrate the example. Paladin's got 1500 attack speed. Let's say that's 1.5 seconds. Takes Pally 1.5 seconds to raise his sword up in the air and to bring it down on somebody's head. If Pally had 3000 next to that swinging sword, it would take him 3 seconds to raise his sword up in the air and to bring it down on somebody's head. The higher the number, the slower the hero attacks. You want a hero that has a low number next to the swinging sword. That means a high attack speed. Now, foot speed, the boot right next to it, the movement speed of a hero, that's calculated in the opposite direction. The lower the number next to the boot, the slower the hero is. Pally's slow as a tank. He's got 195 movement speed. Ninja, somewhere around 400. Ninja's super fast. If a character had 5 movement speed, the character would be crawling on his or her hands and knees. If a character had 5,000 foot speed, the character would be like a lightning bolt, flash across the screen. Below that, we see the skill described. Skill's name is Divine Shield. It will tell you, and I'm hitting the previous and next buttons, it will show you at every level what happens with Paladin's skill. And every hero in the game has this option. You can see how the skill increases as you move up levels. At level 10, Paladin is taking 95% less damage for 7 seconds. Okay, he puts a shield up. You hit him for 100 damage, he's negating, canceling out 95% of that. So he's only taking 5 damage. Something happens in this game. It's very important to note. What happens is the remaining 2 skill levels, skill level 11 and skill level 12, they often will grant a hero a brand new skill ability, giving that hero a second, third, or even fourth ability in combat. Is an amazing evolution, amazing difference that happens once a hero moves up to skill level 11 and 12. Paladin is an example of that. Right now at 10, the guy's got a nice shield. Let's go to 11. All of a sudden, we gained a line of text. He's gained a new ability. He's still got that shield, but in addition, he's recovering energy, giving him the energy to keep his proc or his skill activated and keep that shield up. At level 12, he's getting 30 energy. He gained a new ability. Let's move over one. Spirit Mage, level 10. He's doing damage to 11 targets. Now let's take a look at levels 11 and 12. All of a sudden, description got a little longer. Now all of a sudden, Spirit Mage can heal himself. Level 12, he's healing for 9% of his overall HP, keeping him alive in combat. Let's move one over. Ninja. Ninja's doing damage at level 10. Heck of a lot of damage. Move up to level 11 and 12. Again, another line of text gets added. He's gained a new ability. What's the ability? An increased critical rate. Crit hits in this game are, imagine the damage that you would do with a normal strike, a normal blow, a normal attack. You put it ×2 next to it. That's a critical strike. Succubus. Succubus at level 10 is doing 44 max HP damage and reducing the attack of the enemy by 44%. Let's take a look at 11 and 12. Ooh, that got longer. We're looking at 4 lines now, ladies and gentlemen. We got 52% HP damage, 52% attack reduction, and whatever Succubus is hitting loses its ability to heal by 55%. Move one over to Champ. Champ is much like some of the heroes in this game that at level 11 and 12, Champ doesn't necessarily pick up a new skill ability. Champ just becomes better at what he already does. 330 damage, knocking people into a coma. Now he's knocking more people into a coma, harder and longer. Druid. Druid's regaining health to 11 party members. He is increasing their attack by 33%. We jump up to 12. All those numbers get increased. He's healing 13. He's increasing their attack by 38%. We move over to Thunder God. Thunder God at level 10. This is quite a change. Thunder God's doing damage. He's knocking people into unconsciousness. But at level 12, I mean, the man's got a paragraph skill description now. He's doing damage. He's knocking people into unconsciousness. And in addition, he's gaining an attack speed bonus. Thunder God's got no cooldown. He's got no rest period in between the activation of his skill and the recharge of his skill. That attack speed bonus is tremendously beneficial. It lets him keep procking and procking. I believe the next one's going to be Pumpkin Duke, and we're stopping at Thunder God. So we've got ourselves 7 heroes, a 6-person team, and a bonus hero of Spirit Mage. Let us back out for a moment and go into the Heroes Altar. Let's take a look at these 7 super quick. We got ourselves Paladin. We looked at his skill. He has a regenerate talent. It's because of that little to no cooldown. He's got a minuscule cooldown. It's one of those 3 heroes that IGG never said had a cooldown. Paladin, Snowzilla, and Immortep are the 3 hidden cooldowns, but they're so minuscule that they can barely be counted. Give this man as much energy as he possibly can. Give him a insignia that grants him even more energy. Never let this guy's shield go down. Give him, we went over this in the last video, the enchantment system video. Give him and any other hero who does not suffer from a cooldown Unbridled Fury. Faster that hero hits, faster that hero attacks, the more energy will be granted, the more times that hero will proc or activate his or her skill. There's Destiny bonus of 40. All my heroes are a Destiny bonus of 40. You can see the increases in statistics as we move up. I'm going to look at now the breakthrough system, which, being quite frank, it's like evolution level 5 now. Okay, we had, oh my gosh, we had wardens, we had this new breakthrough system, a couple other things thrown in there. It's like they never wanted to have Evo 3, so they just said, here's a whole bunch of other stuff that's equivalent to Evos 3, 4, and 5. And Breakthrough's the new Evo. Here on Pally, I've got a level 6. I took his breakthrough level up to level 6. We look at attributes, and you're able to see what a level 6 breakthrough is going to do to him. Let's go back. We go to Spirit Mage. Again, no cooldown. Give this man regenerate. Give him as much energy as possible. That's why the Empower insignia. Give him Unbridled Fury to make him go faster. There's his Destiny bonuses. Here are his breakthrough levels. Level 6. And you can see the attributes that are given to Spirit Mage at breakthrough level 6. We go to Ninja. Regenerate again. More energy. Insignia. More energy with the Empower. Equipment. Extra speed with the Fury. Destiny's bonus. There's his stats. Going back. Breakthrough level 6. Breakthrough level 6 gives him that bonus right there. Going back into the altar, we look at Succubus. Give her as much energy as possible. She does not suffer from a cooldown. That's why the Regenerate and the Empower and the extra speed bonus. Destiny level of 40. That's what's added to her. Go in here. Breakthrough. Level 6. There are her attributes. Next person on the team. Champ. Champ's got no cooldown. We give him Regenerate. He's got Empower. We give him more energy. Fury for the extra speed. Destiny bonus of 40. Breakthrough level of 6 on the Champ. There are his attributes. Here's Druid. Druid again, no cooldown, so we go with Regenerate. And in addition to the extra energy, Druid is a healer. It will increase his healing effects as well. Empower for extra energy. Get him to proc often. Proc always. Fury for the extra speed to get those procs off even more quickly. There's your Destiny bonus. We go into Breakthrough. We've got ourselves level 6. There are his attributes. Got one more to look at. Thunder God. No cooldown. Give him Regenerate. Lots and lots of energy. Give him Empower once again. Give him extra speed with the Fury. Give him a Destiny bonus of 40. And a breakthrough level of 6. There are his attributes. Go into these 6 one last time to look at pets. I put Mini Angie on Paladin. Give him the ability to heal, reduce damage. Spirit Mage is my bonus character. I'm not going to use him on the team. I'm going to use him as a one-man army. This is that new punching box pet. Put that box pet on there to do a little bit of extra damage. We'll see later. Ninja. Got the... what's the name of that pet? Got Glacy. Glacy's the kind of pet that's going to run ahead of Ninja. Ninja already runs ahead. Glacy will run ahead of Ninja, freeze everything up, and create a lane for our heroes to get through. Succubus. Let's put Rude on Succubus. That pet, that red-nosed little scoundrel, gives Succubus the ability to heal other people by carrying around this pet. I believe 4 other characters are going to be healed during the course of combat, as well as given the ability to shed a debuff. When you hit by the enemy and your attack abilities are reduced, that's called a debuff. This pet stops that from happening, cancels that out. Gonna give Champ the Piblob. I always loved Piblob because not only because the damage is done, but Piblob reduces the enemy's accuracy. Champion doesn't have much health. I thought that if this could stop him from getting hit, maybe he could dodge, maybe he could live a little bit longer. put Fan on Druid. Druid already heals. He doesn't need a healing pet. But the ability to cast a shield on others and prevent stunning, especially in some of the dungeons we want to run, I think that was a good idea. Thunder God. Here's our last guy. Okay, here's this Havoc pet. Havoc's going to do some decrease in attack abilities of the enemy and cause some damage to them as well. Going to go to our Wardens at level 48, and the purposes of transparency, let you know that each of these Wardens is completely maxed out. That is going to make a difference. If I'm using a Paladin at Warden level 20, Paladin is not going to perform as well as a Paladin at Warden level 48. But I'm trying to give you a glimpse in what can happen if, every one of these old school heroes takes their vitamins and decides to get a workout plan. We have ourselves 6 heroes on base. We got a couple of different game modes we want to try. Let's try first some dungeons. I remember this dungeon, Ordinary 8, 14. This is the dungeon you had to sweep 25 times a day in the hopes you'd get 40 shards. Let's not use spells. Let's just use the heroes themselves. I want to lead with Paladin because he is the one that's going to take the less damage. You can see I created a green Warden team. I've got 4 greens and 2 whites. Majority color activates the Warden. I would still have a green Warden team if I had 3 greens, 2 whites, 1 red. But if I got 3 greens and 3 whites, now all of a sudden they are equal and no Warden will activate. Always make sure your Wardens are activating. A Warden is like having a 7th hero in combat. Let's drop Pally. Let's let him definitely start to take a couple of hits, and we're going to move forward with the rest. Now remember, no spells. No kind of damage reduction of any kind other than what the heroes do and the pets. Well, we obliterated that. We don't have to go through the entire thing. Nothing's going to stop us on that. Okay, let's go to Expert Dungeon. Let's go all the way to the last dungeon. Let's go to Expert Dungeon 8, 10. It's the last dungeon that one can run before entering insane dungeons. Let's not use spells. Remember, we're doing dungeons with no Pumpkin Duke, no Minnow, no area of effect damage, no Cupid, no buffers of any kind, other than the slight attack bonus buff that Druid gives. Let's throw these heroes down. Let's see what happens. Now, the center of this board has trouble written all over it. These are some pretty big centaurs. That's a huge Multanica. If these heroes directly engage these centaurs, they're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Let's see how we do. Well, we're doing very well. In fact, we are obliterating. We're barely taking any damage. Look at this team. We are obliterating these centaurs. That Multanica got crushed. This is the last stage. You'd know Champion was going to be killed. This is the last stage before the insane dungeons. So it goes to show you that if you do take a little bit of time in setting up a team, even with shard heroes, you can have success in the various game modes. I say this is definitely a win. We just have some cleanup of some troops and some buildings. We have killed poor Champ. We're going to revive Champ. Let's try another dungeon. Yep, that's good. Okay, that was insane dungeon. That was expert dungeon 10, 810. Let's try insane dungeons. Now these are considered the most difficult dungeons in the game. Let's try that looks too easy. Let's go back. Let's go to Insane Dungeon 2, last stage, and see what happens. Insane Dungeon 2. Alright. No spells, no Pumpkin Duke, no nobody. Just these old school shard heroes. Trying to beat Insane Dungeon 210. Take a look at their health levels at the bottom of the screen. You can see them taking damage, but you can see that their health boosts, their ability to regenerate, Druid's constant heals because of his no cooldown, all the energy I'm pumping into him. It's making this team nearly invincible at this point in Dungeons. We again looks like we're going to do just fine. That Spirit Mage is going to be, he got nuked. I say this is a win. Yeah, we're at that 70% plus. We're just going to knock out some towers at this point. Nothing we need to sit and go through. What did we just do? 210? Let's do Insane 310 with the old school shard heroes from 2013. No spells. No Pumpkin Duke. Only person I think is going to give us some trouble might be Atlanticor. Maybe those Multanicas. I don't know. How are we doing? We're at 30%. Here we come up on that Multanica. In fact, both of them. Oh, took out 3 of my guys. But 3 still remaining. 2 still remaining. This is Insane Dungeon 310. We're almost at that mark. The mark of dungeon progress through the Insane series is Insane 410. This is where you start to gain a pretty good amount of experience, pretty good amount of shards. This is where you can really start to bring your account up. Okay, 51%. That would have been a win. Remember, no spells. Let's try Insane Dungeon 410. But this time, we're going to allow ourselves to use spells. Nothing wrong with that. It would be perfectly allowable if we were actually trying to progress through these dungeons for the first time. Where do I want to start? Start up top. Drop my spells. Freeze up these stun towers. Drop my team. And let them get going. See what happens. Remember the mark of a good account. The ability to defeat Insane Dungeon 410 and to reap the benefits of continuous sweeping of Insane 410. This has now been accomplished using a 6-person shard hero team from 2013. Now granted, I've got maxed out pets, maxed out destiny, maxed out skills, maxed out everything. The whole kit and caboodle. But that's not contrary to what the game is supposed to be. You are supposed to reach maximum level eventually. And I'm letting you see what can happen with even these old school heroes. We definitely won that one. Let's try Insane Dungeon 510. I don't think we're going to be successful. Insane Dungeon 5 has got a heck of a lot of stun towers. They're going to stun my boys up. I don't think we're going to get through 10. Let's try 5-8 first. Let's see what happens. Uh-oh. That's a lot of trouble. See if this doesn't work. If you're running the dungeons, make sure you buy the right spells. Make sure you're leveling up the right spells. You need Snowstorm, ability to freeze these towers. You need Ares Fervor, Ares whatever the other Ares spell is. Both of those attacks bonus spells. You also need the Shield Guardian Angel. Those four are traditionally used as the main dungeon spells. You should max those out if you're trying to get through dungeons. We're doing pretty well. In many cases, you see that the heroes that we're attacking tend to die before we've reached them. I think that is the case of heroes like Thunder God, who can attack from a distance when he drops that lightning bolt. Druid is ranged as well. And we're doing pretty well. We made it all the way up to Insane 5. Let's call it a day on the dungeons. I got that same team of 6 in here. I'm going to try, let's try Here Be Monsters. Okay, let's go back. And then the 20s. Let's try T. At AA, it starts to become pretty difficult. Let's try T and see what happens. Then maybe we can run an AA if we're successful at T. Remember, we've got not a single hero that would be recommended for Here Be Monsters. We're not even using a Here Be Monsters base. We're just using my Guild Wars base. I've got nobody in totems. I don't think so. I think I took them all out. I've got nobody in towers. I just cleared out everything so I could focus only on these heroes. My gosh, the enemy just got vaporized. Okay, T4 is coming our way. We got a lot of copters we got to take care of. Oof. We will lose if we lose our buildings. We got one tower left. Even if we lose, I think the point has been made. None of our heroes are losing, just the building. If we were able to move this purple crest, we would see that 4 or 5 of my heroes are perfectly fine. It's just the buildings that got vaporized. Let's try an S super quick. I'd love to come out with a win with these old school heroes. Just get to S. Doing a nice job cleaning house here. We've got ourselves a little troop in the back. Reminds me of the old days when you would get timed out during Here Be Monsters because a troop got stuck behind one of your gold vaults. Got that Pumpkin Duke stacking away. He's dead. Okay, S3. Again, that's a big win on that stage. See how we are at crowd control. Oh my gosh, took out that Moltanica, took out that Centaur. Final stage. Look at this. That's a big bird. That bird's dead. Alright, a big win on S5. I bet that we could beat T if we gave it more than one chance. I want to point out something. It is only effective in, to my knowledge, about 2 game modes. But if you are working on the dungeons, and I really think that should be the #1 priority, especially for a free-to-play player, player who's just developing his or her account, you gotta make your way through dungeons. You look at the number of times you get to run Here Be Monsters in any given day. Let's say 6-7 times. How many times you run in Hero Trials in a day? At 6 hours of refresh, that's 4 times a day. 6 hours of refresh for Lava, for Infernal Summit, you're getting 4 of those a day. You're getting very few opportunities to replay game modes in Castle Clash, with the exception of the dungeons. A brand new account, I think that starts out somewhere around 16, 18, 20 dungeon refreshes at a time. Once you get the pets bonus, you get your dungeons up to 30 sweeps per allowing you to keep sweeping dungeons again and again. It becomes your main source of shards, becomes your main source of honor badges in some cases, becomes your main source of those vital resources like experience that can help you round out your team, fill out your altar, evolve, double evolve, and get your heroes up and running into the greater game modes. Let's try Here Be Monsters. I wanted to point out one more thing. You're making your way through the dungeons. I absolutely, with zero hesitation, recommend that you go to your guild building. You click on the guild building. You click on guild turf. It will bring this screen up. I set up these buildings in a way that hopefully brings people's attention to them. The three in the back I stuffed in the back for this reason. They're utterly useless. They do nothing other than allow you to access certain game menus from this screen. Why they're even there, I don't know. I brought two buildings to the front. This one over here to the right is the treasury. Lets you know how well you're doing in accumulating guild chests and guild rewards. It serves almost no purpose, but it serves a little bit more of a purpose than the back three. That's why I brought it up. One I really want people to focus on when they go into this guild turf is the Magic Bureau as a consistent reminder. You go into the Magic Bureau, you're going to see 3 flags. Now, depending on your guild's development, these flags could be anywhere from level 1 to level 5. 5 is the maximum level. The flag on the left, the richest flag, that gives you 30% more mana and gold during raids. If you're getting to an inscribing day or get to a day where you need to up some buildings, you got to get your hands on some gold, rather than grinding away for hours, get yourself a richest flag. Save yourself 30% of the time. Middle flag is a protection flag. It's only good on the troops. Those are the little guys that you hire in your army camps. I look at protection as completely worthless. I've never bought protection. I don't recommend you spend the 10 creds. Moxie, best flag in the game. A Moxie flag at level 5 gives your heroes, not your troops, not your little guardians, gives your heroes, your team of 5 or 6, gives those heroes a 20% damage reduction. So if you're making your way through the dungeons, you're giving yourself a 20% damage reduction, or the equivalent to maybe a 20% greater chance that you're going to do well. Let's buy a Riches flag. Let's buy a Moxie flag. Let's try that dungeon again. Where did we get killed? What was it? Was it 5'8", 5'9"? Looks like everybody's alive. Go back into that dungeon. Let's try 5'9". That looks pretty scary. Let's try it with these shard heroes from yesteryear. Now that we have the Moxie flag, we're going to get ourselves 20% reduction in damage. See if it makes any difference. Remember, no PD, so we have no ability to rev up in combat other than the attack bonus that Druid is giving us. I think this looks pretty good. I think we're going to actually beat this. There is a Dread Drake coming our way. He could be pretty brutal. Yeah, he just took out Ninja. Looks like my champion has stunned Dread Drake into unconsciousness. Now he's dead. Very good. Other than Ninja dying early, I don't really see any of the other heroes taking significant damage. To remember, during the last couple of runs, we actually lost. Maybe that Moxie flag has made an impact. Also, I think that timing, places where you choose to drop, how long a spell has been activated. Maybe you don't drop your heroes immediately after you drop the spell. You lose a couple of seconds on the spell. All of these have to do with one success or failure in the dungeons. We've easily gotten this. There's no, there's Skull Knight. If we can beat Skull Knight, we'll definitely beat the Orcs Banes that are down there. How are we doing on Skelly? We just killed him once. Is he coming back? He's dead. Well, we just rocked Insane Dungeon 5.9. It's wonderful. All right, good results. So for today, just in review, I wanted to let you know that the Hero Compendium can be one of your main sources of information in this game. Letting you know the potential of a hero before you have chosen to invest in that hero. That Hero Compendium will also show you the tremendous change that occurs in a hero between max skill 10 and destiny bonus 11 and 12. Often heroes can get a new ability or a new skill. Sometimes those heroes just simply get better at what they do. I'm going to bring this one to a close. As I continue to analyze heroes, I'm going to make my way through that compendium. We have now looked at the first 7. Pumpkin Duke, Minnow, Grizz, Atlanticor, Snowy, and Cupid are going to be coming up next. Also, I wanted to take just a brief moment to say thank you before I bring this video to a close. I got a lot of really nice comments from people throughout the game, on the channel, on the line app, as well as here in the game itself. Number of people have said, hey, good job, good going with your account, good going with your video. I just wanted to say thanks. The Castle Clash community has traditionally been majority supportive. I cannot say that everybody, but no population is. But most people are pretty supportive in the Castle Clash community. Hence the development of so many forums, so many different discussion areas. I think that many Castle Clashers love to discuss these characters, love to talk shop about this game, and it's a pleasure to be a part of that conversation. I want to thank you all, and I wish you a safe night, and I will catch you next time. See ya. Bye-bye.